Okay guys, I'm just going to do a little intro for this one. There's a lot of dead time where nothing was really happening, so I've tried to cut as much of that out as possible. I'm going to use a few transitions to join the clips. The pictures that you're seeing at the moment are the stars of the show. The police were called, a firearms team turned up. You can see how that turns out. And I want to take this opportunity to wish all the new subscribers a big thank you and a Merry Christmas. To all the old subscribers, a big thank you and a Merry Christmas. And I look forward to bringing you, with the big fella who's going to be back with me soon, some more content for you guys to enjoy. So yeah, have a great Christmas, guys. This one should be going up for Boxing Day for you to enjoy. And as always, comments are welcome. Obviously, click like, click share, and subscribe. And we will all see each other the other side of the silly season. Enjoy the video, guys. So welcome back to the channel, guys. Lovely morning. We're just going to have a look at UPS in Gloucestershire, one of their main distribution depots. A little bit of activity going on this morning, so we'll see what's occurring. So a little hive of activity this morning. So we are Expose and Educate. We're here today to see if people respect our right to film in public places and from publicly accessible places. Beautiful sky this morning, guys. Don't know if it's coming out on the camera at all. Very, very pretty. Hopefully it's going to be a really nice day. Morning. How you doing?
Can I help you?
No, I'm fine, thanks.
What are you recording?
UPS, comings and goings.
Okay, I'm sorry, who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah.
Who are you, sir?
You're on our property.
I'm on a public accessible pavement at the moment, so I'm
you're
fine here.
This is our property.
Yeah,
This is
publicly
our property.
accessible. Under the law, I'm perfectly fine to be standing here.
This is our property. This is our property. You shouldn't be on our property.
So, would you like to introduce yourself?
No.
No,
Would you like
okay.
to
What
introduce
about
yourself?
you, sir? Would you like
No,
to?
just
No?
an employee.
Okay. Well, I'm just letting you know I'm absolutely fine to stand here, so that's okay.
And you're actually on our property, actually. You're on company premises. You're on company premises here.
I know what you're saying, guys. You're obviously not listening to me, but you expect me to listen to you.
Yeah,
Okay, so I'll say it again.
no, as a safety
As
concern,
clearly
as
as
you see
possible.
the vehicles are coming through.
I think
and
if
you're on
there's a
the fire
vehicle
assembly
coming
point.
through here, there's a big metal post.
Yes.
I'm not on the roadway,
Yes.
so under health and
Well-
safety, I'm fine.
Yeah.
In fact, you're at more danger than I am because you're stood in the roadway.
Yeah, because I'm having to challenge you.
Right, well, step onto the pavement then for your safety. I'd
Can I
hate
ask
to see
what
you
you're
hit.
filming about?
Yeah, I'm doing a little story on UPS.
Okay.
Okay?
And you are?
And I am a photographer,
Okay.
a member of the
You
public.
don't have high-vis on either.
No, I don't need to just here, do I,
Yes,
as a
you
member of
do.
the public?
This is a high-vis site. We all have to wear high-vis.
I'm not on
Right.
your site, sir.
Please. Yeah?
Yeah, I'm not on your site.
You are on the site.
No,
You are on our site. You are.
I'm not on your site.
You are
You
on
seem
the
to
site.
be having trouble computing that this morning.
No, you seem to be having trouble.
No, I work within the law, sir, and I know where I'm allowed to go. That's why I haven't attempted to access through your barrier.
Right. this is part of the company site.
Yeah. You keep saying the same thing, sir, and I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, but so do you.
I understand what you're saying. I'm not disputing what you're saying.
Yes.
But for some reason you don't seem to understand that I know the law,
Right.
and I'm okay where I am.
Yeah, of course.
You sure you don't want to identify yourself so I know who I'm talking to? No? I don't want to stop you working, guys. You know, you're free to carry on.
You shouldn't actually be on our site here. It's a health and safety concern. You shouldn't be on our site.
Is the record stuck over this health and safety thing?
Yeah, you shouldn't be on our site.
I'm not on your site, sir.
Yes, you are. This is part of our site.
There's a real misunderstanding from your guys' point of view, but don't worry, I'm sure it will get straightened out. So they're just having a little discussion, guys, 2 or 3 differences of opinion. Nothing we're not used to. So obviously even UPS are using hire vans to get the extra workload out to the customers, guys. So yeah, very busy, guys, lots of vans in and out. Very busy. Just gonna drop it there, guys, pick it up in a bit. Gentleman currently apparently on the phone to the police. So hopefully they'll come today and maybe educate somebody. Got the bigger wagons in today. Possibly bringing stuff from other depots here to be sorted. So we'll just drop it there for a bit and pick it up in a bit, guys. Little nod from that driver there. Obviously he hasn't got any problems with it, but a couple of Malcolms in here that profess to know the law slightly better than some other people. Say no more than that. So a fella on the phone to the police has just gone round behind a lorry. So we'll give them a while. I don't know if they'll, because it's a UPS depot, whether they'll put their foot to the floor and get here fairly quickly. Way the vans are leaving, guys, I don't think we'll be here long. They seem to be shunting out pretty quickly. Little smile from that guy. Again, obviously some of them don't have a problem. Hope he remembers to turn his hazards off as he gets out on the road. Yeah, he must have heard me. So quite a few cars in the car park, guys. Obviously a fair few staff working out of this depot. Quite a few different styles of van. Here comes the classic Mercedes. Thumbs up from that driver, guys, so he obviously hasn't got a problem. Probably come to a bit of an end now. I can't see many vehicles left. Well, some coming round from the back, so maybe we'll be a bit longer. I know it's early, but there are half some miserable people around today. Maybe they're just looking forward to breaking up for Christmas. Got to say, guys, it is a cold one today. It's starting to brighten up. It was a lovely red sunrise this morning. Hopefully it's going to be a glorious day. We've got plenty to do later on. That was close. Guy is so busy watching me, nearly hit a car coming in. The fascination of a camera. Take a little walk over this way, guys, so you can see quite a big depot. The famous logo up on the roof. Starting to thin out a bit now. A lot of the wagons already out and about.
You can't film inside our building, bud. You can't film inside our building. This is private property, you shouldn't be on it.
Yeah, I can feel anywhere I can see with my human eyes, son.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I can. That's why I'm doing it.
Well, Pete.
So there you can see the loading docks, guys. Obviously where they pull out all the parcels, load them onto the wagons ready for distribution. Still a little bit of activity inside, so we'll hang around for a bit more and I'll drop it there and pick it up in a bit. Little bit of activity at the back door and just outside, guys, so I'm just going to keep the camera rolling for a bit for my own safety. I could just be going home and be perfectly innocent, but it always helps to be careful.
Excuse me?
Hello, mate. What can I do for you?
Can I have some ID, please?
Do you want to step out the road for your safety?
Yeah, can I have some ID, please?
What would you like ID for, sir? Would you like to give me some ID so as I know who you are?
No, you show me first. I've got an emblem there.
Oh, you've got a sticker on your front of your jacket. Nice. So why would you want my ID?
Because I'm asking who you are. You're on UPS
no, you asked
property.
for my ID. Now you're asking who I am.
All right, who are you?
Do you want to not surround me, buddy? Do
Right?
you want to not surround me?
Can
Well, you're coming up to my flank.
Can you just leave the premises, please?
No, but thanks for asking.
No, we're asking you to leave the premises.
I'll just warn you, don't touch me because
I'm not going to touch you. I don't really care. I'm not going to touch you.
You don't care.
I'm going to ask you
Great
what
attitude
you're doing.
for UPS. Don't touch me.
We'll leave the premises then.
And you haven't got a mask on, so do you want to take a pace back? Of course they are, young man. Yeah, I understand that. And if you'd like to approach me, I'll tell you exactly what I'm doing. Do you want to step out the road?
I have actually asked you what you're doing. I didn't want to get close either. So.
No, that's fine. I understand that. Thank you for that.
That's fine. That's it.
I much prefer somebody normal, calm who comes up. All I'm doing is a story on UPS.
Okay.
We're documenting history through COVID times.
Okay.
So we're coming to places like this just to document what's going on. See you're still very busy. Working seems to be normal, and it's also to see how people react towards a camera because we've all got them. We all use them. If you start taking pictures on the beach, nobody comes up and gets all upset. But for some reason, places like this, we get Malcolm like this, and it's all a big panic. Okay. And I can't understand why.
This is a documentary.
Can you understand why we'd like to know who you are and what you're doing?
Sir, if people approach me in the right way, I'm always happy to tell them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
but when people are a little bit panicky, with all due respect to you, sir, you are coming out demanding and...
It's a security reason.
I understand that as well.
So can you tell us who you are and what you're doing?
I've just explained to this young man what I'm doing. I'm not going to repeat myself, if that's okay.
It's a documentary on COVID.
On COVID? Why are you filming vehicles leaving the depot though?
Because you're a business that's working within COVID.
Right. And what's the documentary called?
It hasn't got a name yet. It depends on the outcome of today's filming.
And how are you filming now?
Of course I'm filming now, yeah.
And
I've certainly been approached by several gentlemen. I'm filming more so now for my own safety.
Well, Well, actually, for security reasons, you're stood outside secure unit.
That is quite correct, sir. I'm fully aware of that.
Yeah, so when somebody's filming outside a secure unit, we have the right to ask you what
Most
they're doing.
definitely, and I would never dispute that.
Right.
It's just the way it's done. If people approach with respect, I always give respect back. So this young man is a bit cold.
Yes.
A perfect example of how somebody should approach, and I think I've been cordial with you, sir.
Yeah.
Have you got any more questions? Because I'm more than happy
like
to.
I said, obviously, security. If anyone film it, like we're not allowed to film in the depot.
Of course, but I'm not filming in the depot. And just to explain to you, because I'm sure you'll explain to these guys later. The guy was trying to tell me this is private. It may well be, but there's a thing called implied public access.
Yep.
Yeah. I've got no intentions of entering past those gates. That is an obvious sign that that is private.
Yep.
So I'm not actually doing anything wrong under the law. If the gent had asked nicely, he could have gone away and checked section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act 1972. We always work within the law, or we try to, and we always try and stay warm as well.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, I'm happy to answer any more questions if you've got any, because obviously I want you guys to feel safe.
Who are you with, sorry?
Who am I with? I'm on my own, mate.
I gather. But when you say we, who are you referring to?
We, as in what we do, as a group of citizen journalists, shall we call ourselves, for want of a better understanding.
Yeah.
So we got people all over the country doing this today.
Interesting.
Post offices, police stations, fire stations.
Oh, okay. So it's not relevant to just courier services then?
It's not just relevant to courier service. I was doing DPD the other day down in Quedgeley.
Yeah.
Who else did I do down there? Can't remember now. I've already sent the footage off.
Yeah, well, you've got footage, so you don't need to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, take care.
Hey, no worries, mate. You have a good day and have a good Christmas, yeah? Ah, Fire Marshal. That's why he's sensible. So have we alleviated your concern, sir?
Sorry?
Have we alleviated your concerns?
Alleviated my concern. Well, you're still filming on our property, so that's a bit of a concern, yes.
Okay. Have you phoned the police?
I have, yeah.
Are they coming? Because I'd like to hang about for them. I never like to run off.
They are, yeah.
They are definitely coming because
Yeah.
I don't want to stand here if not, because I've pretty much done now. Please be honest with me though, are they definitely coming? Because I have got other ones to do today, because I never like leaving if the police are coming, because that makes us look as though we've got something to hide.
Yeah, like you fled the scene.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. You know, I mean, I don't normally wear a mask, but my ears are blooming cold today.
Yes. So just to clarify on this, have you had permission from these guys that you can record them?
These guys?
Yeah.
Do I need their permission?
As far as I'm aware, yes.
As far as you're aware. Shall I educate you on that, sir? Respectfully. Shall we get out of the way again? It's a busy little depot, isn't it? Okay, because this is classed as public,
yeah.
I don't need anybody's permission to film in public, because there is no, what's the best way of putting it for you? You can't expect privacy in a public place.
Okay, but these guys, as far as I'm aware, can turn around and say to you they do not want to be recorded, in which case,
to my knowledge,
for the sake of this documentary, you have to blur their faces out, right?
To my knowledge, nobody has asked me not to film them.
Okay.
To date.
But have you clarified
so
with them
therefore,
that they're happy for you to film them?
I don't need to.
Okay.
I don't need to ask permission to film from a public accessible
so if
place.
I can speak to all the you find out for me.
And as it happens, I'm going to be leaving shortly, but I'm waiting now purely and simply because apparently the police have been called.
Okay.
If they have, I'm staying. If they haven't, please be honest, and I'll just go on my way in about 2 minutes. Would you like to identify yourself so I know who I'm talking to?
I can do, yeah.
Yeah. It's just that when
just
we're
to
talking...
Yeah, just to clarify for the sake of this.
Yep.
He's going to go and get confirmation just for your own sake. Right, so my name is Stuart Duffy, I'm a manager for UPS.
Hello Stuart, my name's Scott. Pleased to meet you.
And yourself.
I'm sorry that it's caused a bit of
no problem at
distress to people. I don't see why.
So I'm not based in this building, so obviously
okay.
People are distressed because they want to know why someone's filming them.
Sure.
Can I just clarify from yourself? I've heard third-party information, but I just want to get it from yourself.
I'm more than happy to explain again to you because you've been very respectful. So there's people all around the country today doing exactly what I'm doing. We're documenting COVID and businesses operating within the COVID restrictions. We've been in it now for nearly 2 years. just seeing our businesses are still running. You seem to be very efficient here. You seem to be very health and safety conscious. And it's just documenting local businesses to make sure everything is tickety-boo. Do you remember Pathé News? Have you ever seen anything on Pathé News? You're a bit too young, with all due respect. It was black and white documentary footage, pretty much popular through the war, and it's actually now being used in school as history. This is the sort of stuff that will be used in 20 years' time in schools to tell people what's going on in the world today, as in 2021 going into 2022. And it's also almost like a time capsule. Okay. So, you know, it's, and also there's a huge audience out there of people that can't get out and see things. And things like YouTube, I know some of the youngsters use Flickr and TikTok and all these other things.
Yeah.
It's a way of people that can't get out to see how the world is coping in a pandemic.
Okay.
I think that's probably everything, unless you've got any other questions.
So I do have other questions, and they're not trying to be leading questions.
No, that's fine. You crack on.
For the sake of UPS and
Yes.
arguably other companies who you're filming,
Yep.
is there going to be any kind of spin on it, either positive or negative, which can portray either way in terms of any kind of lighting on it? Is there going to be a positive lighting on it? Is there going to be a negative lighting on it? Is it something that UPS will have to get the legal team involved with or anything like that?
Great question. I would say we always try and shine a positive light on every business we cover. Unfortunately, sir, you haven't been a good advert for the company. I'm happy to start again and be a bit.
In what respect? None of my employees are happy that you're filming them.
It's because of the way that you approach.
What, I approached you and asked who you are and why you're
Yeah, but
filming my vehicle?
you were very demanding without being sure of the law.
No, I don't think so. I
Okay,
disagree with
so
that.
you see what I mean. I try and educate people to the law while I'm doing this as well, because we don't want the police wasting their time. When the police come, they will tell you that I'm doing nothing wrong.
Okay.
We always operate within the law. If I'd have set foot across there, no. You could have said to me, this is private property, it's trespass, I'm asking you to leave, and I would have to go. If I didn't, you still couldn't call the police because it's trespass, which is a civil matter. And unfortunately, we come across people, and I'm not giving you a hard time, sir, honestly, but we come across people that are ignorant of the law surrounding things. And I always try, and if people are polite like you've been, I try and educate them to what we're doing.
Yeah.
Why would we want to step outside the law? You know.
Okay.
So you said you had some more questions?
If you're making a documentary, do you not think it would be a good thing to actually ask the people first if you could film them?
Do you know what? Some people do ask us why, and the reason we don't do it, you know how mystery shoppers work?
Yeah.
If people know you're coming, you get a different reaction. It's like health and safety. Health and safety say we're coming Friday, you run around and make sure everything is perfect. Whereas through the working week, you might let little things slip. So that's the reason of that, sir. We don't forewarn because we want a real reaction. Yeah?
But obviously,
Still a level of professional courtesy to them. So even they've not necessarily got to let people here know, but to let the companies know, right?
No, because if they feed it down to you, I would still get the same false reaction. We want a real reaction. You've been very polite today. You are a shining gem for UPS, sir.
I don't know about that.
No, you are. You've been, you know, I was a bit concerned when you first come over because you were a little bit, can I have a crafty word, you know. But you've come and all you were doing was finding out what was going on. And I understand that. You've been very professional.
So further to this, I should have asked this prior.
That's okay.
Have you got any identification on you?
Why would I need it, sir?
Just to clarify who you are.
Have you got any ID?
I do have ID, yes.
Okay, I'm not going to film it. I'm filming your face. I don't need anybody else to see that. What I will say under the ID issue, just so as you know, because I think your colleague asked me for ID. As a member of the public, I don't need to carry it. I don't need to show it. And out of my personal privacy, I don't need to tell you who I am. I did tell you who I was, because that's me being a little bit professional to you because you were professional to me.
Yeah.
Other than that, I have no need to show ID. I don't need to carry ID. And even if the police came and said, just out of interest, what's your name, I've got every right to decline telling them who I am.
But then to also clarify on that, you said you're working, I think I overheard you mention to one of the colleagues here, that you're working on behalf of citizen journalists?
I used the term citizen journalist to
Yeah.
try and help him to understand what I was doing. So, you know, if I was wearing something with the Sun or the Daily Express on a jacket, you probably wouldn't approach in the same way as some of your guys did. If I was stood here with a couple of other people and it said BBC or Sky News, again, you probably wouldn't approach in the same way.
Yeah.
We don't wear things like that because we want a real life interaction, you know, and UPS can learn from this today. Hopefully you can give some feedback. Hopefully you're now aware I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not breaking the law. We understand it can make people feel uncomfortable, but maybe your staff need to come out a little bit more politely, a little bit more respectful. The questions would be answered sooner, and people like myself would be gone a lot sooner,
Yeah.
and everybody would be happy. We understand. Oh, here we go. So should we walk up and have a chat with them?
Feel free.
Yeah? Or they can come in. I really do hate wasting their time, and you know, most of the time now, comms normally say they're not coming. Yeah. There's a space in there. There is a parking space just there, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, as I was saying, normally comms say if it's just a photographer and he's not setting foot inside your barriers, it's not a problem. And this is why we hang around, because can you imagine if I'm filming just round the corner at the post office and these turn up? That would worry them as well. So have you got any other questions before we...
Not as it stands, I just
No?
need to double check something with one of my
Sure,
guys.
yeah, I'll leave you to take that.
Okay.
My word.
Hello.
Firearms.
Well, we're just in the area.
Good morning.
Good morning. I prefer if you didn't film me. Thank you very much, sir. I'm just asking you as a favour.
Of course.
I'd prefer it if you didn't. Now, sir, can I ask what's going on today?
Okay. I'm doing a documentary
Okay.
on... Sorry, I won't get too close.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate
On-
that because of
Yeah,
COVID.
it's a habit.
Yeah, it is.
Especially
isn't
when
it?
you're wearing
I
masks.
know, it's one of those things, isn't it?
So I'm doing a documentary on
Right.
UPS and other businesses within the area. We're in COVID times, it's strange. There's a huge audience out there, love to see what we guys do.
Right.
I deliberately haven't crossed this boundary, which is a clear and obvious boundary that is a no-go area, even though it doesn't say so.
I'm just keeping that space.
Yeah,
that's all.
sorry. Even though it doesn't say so.
Yes, yeah.
So I've been in public accessible areas, which I'm sure you're aware is totally legal.
Yes.
I've tried to be respectful to everybody at all times. I've forgotten this guy's name already. I've terrible memory. I can understand this concern, you know,
Yeah.
and I've just tried to explain to them the reason we don't forewarn is because we want a real life action when we come. We want live interaction.
So is this something that you just do privately then, is it?
Oh, yeah.
It's not like you work for the BBC or something.
Oh, no.
like that.
In fact, I was just saying to the guy, if I had BBC on or Sky News, they wouldn't even have approached.
Well,
You know?
so-
And the only reason I'm wearing a mask is because it's cold and COVID.
that it is. Do you have a name? Is it alright if you give me your details?
I'd rather not, if you don't mind.
That's absolutely
Unless
fine.
you suspect me of committing a crime or
No,
about to commit a crime.
absolutely. I'm just asking you because
We just like to exercise our rights.
That's absolutely fine.
You know.
Listen, can I have your first name so I can address you as something, or your last name so I can address you as something?
I'll tell you what, let's try a unique thing.
Go on.
Yeah, because you haven't identified yourself.
Okay.
So if you start.
I'm PC2767.
And your surname?
All I have to give is 2767.
No, it's just that some people do.
Sure.
I'll meet you some way. You can call me Scott.
Scott. Okay, Scott. You've already articulated exactly what I was going to say.
Okay.
You can understand the concern.
Oh, most definitely.
And I appreciate.
I'm just going to aim it down, so
appreciate
yeah.
that.
It's just that I want the mic to pick up what you're saying.
And I understand where you're coming from, and I can totally understand where they're coming from.
Of course.
And you're not breaking any rules, you're right. Now, I'm not actually sure if this gravel patch might actually be private property, because it might be owned by them. I'm not entirely sure, I don't know. But my advice to you would be if you just stood back a bit, that it would cause no issues whatsoever, which you're absolutely well within your right to do. Okay, I'm not going to stand here and preach anything, because you know full well what you can and can't do, as you've already said. You can't go past that line, which you're not. And I'm not entirely sure whether this actual bit of road here is private or not.
Can I just
like from this boundary here?
Yeah.
As it changes, doesn't it? I'm not entirely sure.
Can I
depends.
just address
I've
that
not,
for you?
I've not looked at their plans.
Listen, I understand that you can't understand every aspect of law. You've probably, I'm not being rude, but you probably learned it a few years back. That's fine. There is a thing called implied public access.
Yes, no, I'm aware of that. Yeah, yeah.
So if the barrier was here,
yes, of course,
that's where I'd have stopped.
Fine.
But because, I mean, this could just be an unfinished project.
Yeah, I would say it's here.
You know, yeah, and that's fine.
I'd say it's there. You can stand there all day and do, you know.
And I did try and explain to this young man, because he's been absolutely great, that
Yeah.
even if I put a foot in there, they could say to me, "You're trespassing," and they would ask me to leave, and as long as I left,
absolutely.
that would only be a civil matter.
Of
anyway.
course, of course.
And I hate you guys being called out to something.
Oh,
when
us too.
Comms normally say to the people on the phone, "Has he set foot actually inside?"
Yeah,
but then
yeah.
it gets a blurred area because they say, "Well, this is our property."
Yes, yeah. Scott,
I've been trying to educate them to that. And unfortunately, you know, when people are stubborn because they think they know, you're steaming up like I do.
Yeah.
That's why I've taken mine
it's a
out.
nightmare, isn't it?
And they don't want to be educated.
Yeah.
And it's a shame because
No, I
I
completely
said to them,
appreciate
you go
that,
to
sir.
the beach and you take a photo, you might have 1,000 people behind you, including children. Not against the law.
Yeah.
It's only what you choose to do with footage.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
No, Scott, I completely appreciate that. And we're going to go now. Because you're right, you're not breaking any laws, you're not doing anything wrong.
I wouldn't.
I know you. I can tell. I can tell.
We must operate within the law at all times.
Of course.
You know, because
Of
otherwise you guys would be out. I mean, there's hundreds of us out today throughout the country.
Is there really?
Yeah, literally hundreds
Making your
of us.
documentaries?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Scott.
Hey, no worries.
I'm going to tell them that it's fine. I'm not going to, just because of COVID.
Go on. That's fine. Yeah. I'm gonna. If you're happy, I'm just gonna say goodbye to this chap, and I'll leave you all to it because I'm going round the corner. Sorry.
That's fine.
And just to let you know,
Yes.
I'm going just round the corner.
That's fine.
You know what's there?
You literally, you've already said you know the rules, you know the laws.
Well, and so do you, honestly. So I appreciate that. I appreciate your professionalism.
You know, I'm just going to leave you to it. There's nothing more that needs to be done with this.
And
Okay?
because I'm talking to the police, would you mind if I ask you one question?
I might not answer it.
No,
but you're
that's
welcome
fine.
to ask.
What do you think your worst enemy is when you're out on the streets?
I'm not going to get into anything political. Scott.
No, I don't mean political.
No, I know, but as in, like, I'm not going to answer anything like that. But
Can I make a suggestion to you then, just to think about? I think your worst enemy is a bad policeman.
As I said, I'm not going to answer
No,
anything
that's
like that,
fine.
Scott.
I just want you to think about that.
Yeah, of course.
Because obviously
Thank you for your input.
Hey, no worries. Thank you for
yeah.
being professional.
All
You have a
right.
safe day and a safe Christmas.
Take care. Merry Christmas.
And you. Young man,
Yes.
I'd like to leave with no malice.
Okay. No
I
problem.
hope that you...
There is no malice.
No,
There
that's
never
fine.
was.
I wish you a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you
Take
too.
care, sir.
Young lady, stay safe. We
And you.
appreciate what you do. So hopefully everything's sorted out. Everything I told you, sir, was facts. I don't like to lie to do what I'm doing because it's important. And hopefully we can leave, not as friends, but as people respecting each other for their concerns, their worries, and also respecting what people are trying to do. Brilliant. You want to do an elbow? Do you want to do an elbow? It might not even get published. It's going to be looked at by several people. Like I said, we like to show businesses in good light. I'm not going to say, we might well cut your bit out completely because you've been very respectful. You've come round. Bit of a waste of time for the police, but we all accept that your concerns were up here, and I understand that totally. You know, so. And anyway, if there's a tea wagon round, they'll probably stop and have a cuppa.
Well, if it should be published, are you able to make us aware of it?
I can if you want me to. I have no legal obligation to. But if you'd like to just shout out an email address, I can pick it up when it's edited.
What I'll do is I'll write it down and you can just go from there.
So how many wagons have you got working out of this depot? Any idea?
I couldn't be 100% sure. This isn't my normal site, so I'm just here for the sake of.
So I'm just stepping out the road.
I'm just here for the sake of the HR.
Yeah, yeah. Because it seems a very busy site.
They all are this time of year. Right, so I don't want you to film this because you can film it if you choose to, but obviously any document.
If you request for me to cut that off the end, because as soon as I finish with you, I'm going to do my outro on this one. I will cut that off, and that is a solemn promise as a man of the world to a man of the world. But I've got no pen or paper or anything.
That's fine,
it's much easier.
I don't want it, obviously.
Yeah, that's okay. this will all be cut anyway. This is just for me. So
Alpha Hotel Alpha November Sierra Echo November 1 at uniformpapasierra.com. That's the public relations manager's email address.
Okay. Have we got a name to attach to that?
Andrew Hanson.
Andrew Hanson.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Excellent.
His phone number is 07581 007 941.
Lovely. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you very much.
Have a good Christmas, guys.
Bye.
Thank you. So guys, we're going to end it there. Expose and educate from UPS, exposing their lack of knowledge over public photography and educating them with the help of the local constabulary Firearms that what I was doing is totally legal. So until the next one, guys, if you like it, click like, please share it amongst your friends, and of course hit the subscribe button, guys. We're slowly creeping up those numbers thanks to many people, and it's possibly a good time to say to everybody, have a safe and Merry Christmas. Out. Sorry, we got another question.
You're referring to a passing of what?
When we come, if we get really good interaction from start to finish,
Yeah.
we call that a pass. It's a bit like auditing, you know, when you audit something, or a mystery shopper, I like to use the terminology. Mystery shoppers tend to give feedback to the customers, and then the staff that work on that day often get informed, sometimes retrained on stuff. So it's that sort of thing. So the guys that will deal with this, they've got my comments. They might see it as a pass, they may see it as a fail. I'm sort of saying you're somewhere in the middle, because it didn't start very well, but it ended very well. So yeah, comments, guys, you make sure you put them in the comments box. Really appreciate it. Any other questions?
That's it.
Brilliant.
Just to clarify,
Listen,
I don't want my face or any of my visual imaging clear on this.
One other thing I'm going to say on that, because I forgot to say it to you earlier.
Are you still filming at this moment in time, yeah?
Yes, I am, yeah. The thing about filming when you're in a publicly accessible place, or in public per se, is if you approach a camera, you guys really need to be aware that your image could be captured, and there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. It's like I said to you about the beach. You know, would you go onto a beach and ask every single person in the background of your photo, can I take a photo?
Okay, but there's a difference between being in the background and coming to the forefront.
No, there isn't really. I can see what you're saying, but in fairness, you approached the camera and you approached the camera.
I
Yeah?
approached you.
Yeah, but you could see I was
I
filming.
approached you.
I think, like your barrier, I think that's a pretty obvious sign of what I'm doing.
You.
Is it not?
We are quite happy, UPS are quite happy for you to have our public relations manager's details, if you would require them.
If you'd like to say what they are, I
I'll
can
have
pick
to
it
find
up on
them
you.
out for you.
If you'd like to do that, I can hang on for
Find them
5.
out for you if you're happy to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah. Actually, could I be cheeky and say, can I either come back for, because I need to get round the corner and do another footage?
Yeah, it'll literally be 2 minutes. I'm just making a call.
Okay. So we're just waiting on some paperwork, guys, so I'll do another outro shortly.
Say that again, sorry.
So guys, I'm just waiting on some details for a public relations manager, and I will probably drop him an email and explain to him that maybe he'd like to train his staff, just educate them a little bit more, because as you've probably seen, the guy that approached me very first off, he's changed his attitude. He's a little bit tail between the legs now. So he's learnt something today. So expose and educate have done exactly what they've intended to do this morning.
I don't know if you. Yeah, I don't like you taking photos. Actually, thank you.
Sir, I did explain to you, you've got no right to privacy in a public place. That's just a thumbnail for the video.
I don't know if you want to make notes of this on your phone, because it's going to be an email address and a phone number.
Just shout it out,
Okay.
and I'll do what I did with the other one.
So this is going to be Alpha phonetically. Alpha Hoto. Can you cut this bit out? Alpha Hoto. Can you cut this bit out? Alpha Hotel Alpha November Sierra Echo November.
Lovely. Thank you very much for that. Have a good Christmas, guys. Bye. Thank you. So guys, we're going to end it there. Expose and educate from UPS, exposing their lack of knowledge over public photography and educating them with the help of the local constabulary Firearms that what I was doing is totally legal. So until the next one, guys, if you like it, click like, please share it amongst your friends, and of course hit the subscribe button, guys. We're slowly creeping up those numbers thanks to many people, and it's possibly a good time to say to everybody, have a safe and Merry Christmas. Out.
I've left the details of the public relations manager in for you guys. If you feel that you need to contact them in any way, shape or form, then please do. Other than that, all I'm going to say is thanks for watching. I want to big up Blackburn Audits and UK Transparency for all the help they've given me over the last few days. And I hope, because you're watching this on Boxing Day, you've all had a wonderful Christmas. Expose and Educate will catch up with you soon. Take care, guys.